What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. On Saturday, I had a live event here with 10 resellers in person, and it was really cool to interact with resellers in real life. I haven't been doing that for a while. I've been on Zoom since 2017 talking to resellers, and it's always good to get together with people, have some breakfast, have some lunch, have some coffee, and talk about what's going on in real people's lives. The beginning part of it was the most valuable for me because I asked people, why did you come? Why are you here? Why did you make the commute? I am really appreciative that some people drove like 6 hours up here to hang out with me for a day. I gave the best possible presentation I could all day of how to rank, how to write keywords, what items to buy, how I source, how I built my business, how I scaled, and all the things that I do. So hopefully it was really useful for them. I did the best that I could, but I got some really valuable feedback that I wanted to share with you guys. Number one was my concept of high value, high variety. I feel like if you have really quality items and you have a good selection, that gives yourself the best chance to be successful as a reseller. If you have a low variety but high value, it's okay, but you're kind of waiting around a long time for people to buy something because you don't have enough selection for people. But if you had like every single expensive watch brand in your store, you would get a sale. But if you only had one watch brand or like one of each brand, that's kind of narrow and you might not be able to get any sales. So it's important to realize if you're trying to build an income that's sustainable and stable, you need a really wide variety. And of course, low value items don't sell no matter how low you discount them. And eBay, 90% of items really never sell, and those because they're in that low value, low variety. They're common and they're low value. So staying away from that is important. We basically went over how I would recommend scaling a company. One person had 3,000 listings. We went over a plan to get them from 3,000 to 6,000. We'll be doubling their listing, getting one part-time helper to photograph and list 30 items a day. And he's already making 6 figures. He can comfortably afford that. In the beginning, you want to do all the listings and photos yourself so you can get used to it. Of the 10 people that came here, none of them do photos and listing immediately after, even though that's much more streamlined. And I think that's probably the biggest mistake you can make as a reseller, is not combining photos and listing into one process. Next time I do an event, and let me know in the comment section below, or email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com if you want to come do a live event. We're going to do accounting, inventory, photos, listing, shipping, reset to zero. And I'm also going to research price all live. I feel like that's going to be a really good use of people's time. The biggest reseller who came does $700,000 a year, and they wanted to see it from point A to Z, the whole thing, start to finish, and they wanted to practice on site. So they didn't want any crazy ideas or theory, they just wanted the basics. A lot of the people who came here on the lower level, they just wanted to see if reselling is real. I wouldn't say that they really came with any specific questions, except for like, what do you think of promoted listings, promoted closet? I think those are additional things you can do to make your sales go faster. You can't do it to get a sale. A lot of people don't have sales. They turn on promoted closet, they still don't have sales. That's not how I look at it. I have an item on Poshmark right now that I sold about 90 times. When I turn on promoted listings, it sells faster, but then I lose some of the profit. So I'm not sure if I want to continue doing promoted closet, because I'd almost just rather just wait a little bit longer and get my items to sell without giving up profit margin. But it just depends on what your business model is. And I'm really excited to get into, with Les, building out her inventory system, accounting, photos, listing, doing it all with her, recording all that. I apologize for some of you kind of like thinking that we're skipping steps with her. It's just that she's working so much in the field that there's not a lot of time to record it. But she's basically spending about 12 to 15 hours a week at the thrift store, and around 15 hours doing consignment, and about 10 hours learning how to list, photograph, put things away, create systems. So it's already a full-time job for her. So she's well on her way to earning at least a part-time income. She's right around $600 a week in consignment sales and about 1 online sale a week. Still building it up. She only really has 10 items in her store, so it's going to take her a while to get up. I think that when I was doing the listings and I was only doing online sales, I could discount the items to get them to move. But because she's finding the higher piece items, I'm okay with her waiting. And plus, she's doing what I always recommend in the beginning, which is finding a way to make quote unquote quick money while you build up your store. I even just, right now, the 2024 Olympics is happening. I just watched like this track and field runner. He works at Panera Bread and drives Uber while he's not preparing for track, because like there is a lot of bills So like, yes, he wants to be an Olympic athlete, but he's also paying the bills along as he goes. He only gets so much money from the US Olympic Committee. So like, even if you are living on somebody else's income, it's always nice to figure out a way to get some consistent income coming in first before you try to build something like reselling, which is a variable income. It's a variable income until your store is big enough. So hopefully that was useful, guys. Until next time, make progress daily.